Okay.
Why does your face look bigger than my face?
It's full of brains. Hi, welcome to my channel, Spice and Rice. Today we're going to be talking about how our relationship came to be. So this is my husband, Kanu.
Hello.
And I'm going to be starting with a narration of what I think happened during the relationship. And he's going to jump in with his story. Do you want to jump in later or do you want to jump in as I talk?
It depends. If it's a truthful talk, then I will let you talk.
We met during residency and I was a new hire and he had been there for a year. And we first met when I decided to go to work 2 weeks early just to get the feel of things. So, because I'm an OCD type A personality. So I met him, I was working very hard, and he judged me for my orange book bag and the fact that I was trying to be prepared.
I think the big thing was, after that first meeting, for some reason we connected right from the get-go. The words just flows through, I think a lot of people noticed that too, actually. Was it me who asked you for the first date, or did you ask me for the first date?
I don't think I'd ask you for the first date.
I would not do that either.
He asked, in my opinion, but maybe I don't remember. And I wasn't sure if he was trying to take advantage of my friendliness. So I decided to invite another friend on our date.
On our date.
Allegedly.
There's a random person right there. And then I was waiting in a restaurant, Aladdin's, and I think she walked in. I think maybe a few minutes later, another random guy walked in as well.
Oh yes, and I was like, by the way, I hope you don't mind. I invited another friend.
And I was not taken aback at all.
and then I was thinking, is he gonna pay for my meal? I mean,
no way. From where should I pay for your meal and for
it
why?
It was a date.
With this third random guy?
That I brought for protection.
From whom? And then you expect to get paid?
This guy.
It's a random friendly date. You go out with your friends.
But he won't pay for me if it's a date?
Wait, you don't earn? We did not go to date in the first 2 weeks. It was a few months later.
It was not a few months?
Yes, it was a few months later.
Which date?
I think it's September or October.
It was in summer because I remember it was warm.
No, it was getting cooler in the nights.
You're just getting confused between Farmington and Akron.
No, so after we met, we had a decent meal. And
he did not pay for my meal. I paid for my own meal.
I should not have paid for your meal. Why should I have paid for your meal?
It was a date.
It was not a date. Even if it was a date, why should I have paid for your meal? We're not dating yet.
El cheapo.
Freeloaders.
In fact, I was just being kind. He didn't even pay for the protection that I brought. And he had been working for a full year.
She's lucky that I did not punch her protection. No, anyway.
So we finished Aladdin's and then afterward...
The third random guy left.
Anyways, so then later on, did you invite me or did I invite you to Brubaker's pub?
I think we both decided to go to Brubaker's.
Did you pay for me?
She wanted me to just pay for her. And I'm not paying for any random person.
Chivalry is dead with this guy. He does not want to pay for the
What
first
is chivalry? Date. It was not a first date. It was not a date. She had a random person in there. How was it a date?
So you did think it was a date because you are offended that I brought a third person.
Yes.
So
if you had not brought a third person, then I may have paid for you.
So did you pay for Brubaker's pub?
No, I was already offended by then.
He did not pay for that either. And I had gotten 2 drinks. And I had to pay for both those drinks myself.
Normally she gets 1 drink only. She had got 2 drinks, hoping that this time I'd pay for her.
It was such an expensive meal that I had to pay for myself.
Poor girl. That's what kept her interested in me. She had to get the money out of me. But that did not happen until later. It flowed through again. There was no awkwardness, I guess.
I think I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna drive home. He's like, but what about me?
Did you try to touch me at that point?
I did not try to touch you, but you tried to touch me with your knees.
You liar!
You tried to touch me with your knees and he succeeded.
No, that's a total lie and I disagree with that. She's the one who kicked me actually. And she's like, oh, it feels like an electric shock.
That's exactly what he said.
That is offensive. I take offense. These are her words.
He was trying to stir a relationship by that comment. I'm like, I felt nothing. I felt nothing.
These are my words. You're totally taking over my words.
What I was thinking is the conversation really flowed. But I was not thinking, is he dateable? And
Oh, I
certainly
never
after
wanted-
he did not pay, I was like, he's not dateable at all.
I never wanted to marry this person. I'm like, I had to marry my Indian wife.
Who was thinking about marriage? We're thinking about dating.
Okay, I'm sorry. We take that back. I was never planning to like date this person either.
You weren't? But you said you wanted to take me out on a date. That's why you
Well-
were surprised at the look at this hypocrite.
Well,
All the words.
Well, no. There's a difference. You know, dating. Okay, fine. I can.
Are you saying just playing around?
Maybe. No, that's not what I meant. That's offensive.
I hope our family is watching this.
This needs to be edited.
I'm not editing this at
I'm
all.
I'm not
I'm
letting
the
this
editor.
go on air.
And anyway, so we walked a little bit, and then this guy's like, I don't feel safe driving home. I was like, did you want me to drive you home, tuck you into bed, and then take advantage of me? Yes.
No. I had to work the next day.
I think it was a weekend. Why would we be walking at 12 o'clock at night if you had to work the next day?
Because I was still young at that point, and I would like normally like you would go
It
on
was
like
a Saturday. So after that non-date, I thought I had a great time, and we were definitely friendly at work. We chatted, and so on this foundation, at one point I asked him for a favor. I asked him to write a pain medication, which is a hot topic these days, but wasn't as much.
it was a hot topic that time as well.
Not as much.
She was new at that point, and she just wanted to take advantage of me. Right from the get-go, from the first non-date, she wanted to take advantage. She wanted me to pay. Now again, she wants to take advantage of me again.
I wanted him to fill a script because he was already going in that direction, and a script is a prescription for a medication. And he looked at me, he said nothing, and I assumed based on the foundation of friendship.
I was
that
offended
means-
already by then.
Well,
Like,
why
how-
didn't you tell me? I thought friends tell each other things.
Well, I was trying to be polite to you. I didn't want to like
By
burst your
trying
bubble.
to sabotage my job? Because later on I didn't realize someone would complain that the script was not filled.
So it was a wrong expectation from your end.
That is true. It was wrong for me to
That's it.
expect him to
It's
fill it.
She accepted. For
But
the first time,
he said
she
nothing.
accepted. It was a wrong expectation from her end. You should have never done that.
But
There's no
communication
buts.
is key in a relationship, and he did not communicate.
Oh, we did not have a relationship at that
I
point.
thought we were friends.
We were just friends, yes. But relationship, we were not in a relationship.
As a friendship relationship, I expected him to tell me that.
And for that matter, like because of our friendship, I did intend to do it initially at that moment.
And then he never told me he was not going to.
Well-
Maybe a couple days later, the script situation occurred.
This is a
and-
situation. And she did not talk to me for months after that. This is a crazy person.
And I was upset.
A sign of a crazy person. Don't fall for them.
That as my colleague, at least that relationship, he has to have.
I was
because-
not your colleague. I was your senior. You cannot ask a senior to do something, you're the intern. Do the job.
Our relationship was definitely rocky at that point. I think
It was not a relationship. We were friends at that
Look
point.
at that.
You
At
were-
this point, I think I
You
had.
were an intern trying to subvert and not do
Are
your
you trying
job.
to overtalk me to try to come off more right? So at this point, our relationship was rocky. Our professional relationship, because he didn't do a script and he was trying to sabotage my job. And so I had a bitter taste in my mouth to him. And then fast forward a couple months, he and I worked together on a patient. And
I was a senior.
yet
I
it
was
didn't
educating her
seem
in the
like-
way I deemed fit.
I haven't even told this story. I thought you were gonna interrupt.
Okay, fine.
Unless you felt like
Okay, fine, go.
this guy already assumes that I'm gonna accuse him of something.
It sounds like that. It was,
Yeah, it was night
it
call.
was a night
And
shift.
I wanted to eat something before I saw this patient because I knew if I didn't eat well, the whole night was going to be starvation.
Well, that's
So-
not true. That's not true.
I'm sorry, my thoughts are not true. These are just my thoughts, but they're...
Okay.
So, meanwhile, we got our food, we were eating it, and...
We just started eating. That's
we
right.
just started eating, and I think at that point they had called about the patient. And before, I think I had the first bite, like, I was like, and he's like, why don't you go see the patient and I'll review your note and I'll come see the patient after. And I was like,
It was a little further closer, actually. It was not that far. It was maybe like over here, by your lips.
and in my head I was like, he didn't fill my script. In my mind, I was eating my food.
Already.
In my mind, I was eating my food, and he expects me to go drop this food and go. So I dropped my food.
No, she did not drop her food.
I did drop my food.
She did not. Let me interject now. So she looks at me. I think you took one bite. I'm like, are you still eating? I thought you'd be gone by now.
And I thought about eating in a different area without him.
Because she wanted to eat your food when the patient was sick and waiting for care.
I don't even know if I finished my dinner that night because he did not give me a chance to eat it. And you know, once you start the night, it's go, go, go.
No, so you don't remember any other admission, but you remember like you didn't eat your food. She ate her food. I remember that.
What did I eat?
Well, how do I know that? Your hot
and yet
warm
he
food.
knows that I ate my hot warm food. It definitely wasn't hot by the time I finished it, if
No.
I even did.
She did. She microwaved it. It was very hot. It was burning hot.
For Nikki's corona coughs.
A few months down the lane.
A few months down the lane, because at this point I was like, I'm done. He
What
won't
are you done?
help me with writing that script that I asked him for a
I
favor
did the right
for.
thing by not doing that. Patient care comes first.
Didn't communicate with me that he... So after these two offenses, where I felt like he offended my character,
First
he
offense,
affected...
the character is wrong right there. First offense,
He
you were...
offended my hunger.
First offense was when you were wrong. Second offense, which, you know, patient care comes first. You should have done the same thing too.
Do you feel like by interrupting me and speaking just a little bit louder, you are more correct by doing that?
I think so.
At this point, I was gravely offended. Friendship was dead. Did you try to befriend me a couple times?
Oh, no.
No, I think you tried to smile at me once.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
She came in front of me like, hey. I did like a, hey, like a random smile. I'm like, straight face, like a completely schizophrenic, flat effect. Nothing changed.
It's like, hi.
Completely flat effect. Maybe she was expecting that I will come and talk to her and like, hey, I'm sorry, you should have done the food, but nothing like that. I was right.
A clue to him, my communication that friendship is over.
I know. At that point, I'm like, maybe something is wrong. Maybe she's offended.
So fast forward 6 months, the Halloween party, where he wanted me to educate him on American movies.
No, that came much after.
Oh, was it much after?
Yeah, that came afterwards.
Oh, okay. But I thought we were in friendly nature at that point.
That happened after the fun day. We had to come in the friendly thing before.
Okay, fair enough.
So then the fun day came.
Fun day came, and at this point, I've iced him out.
It didn't bother me. I had like so many friends at that point.
Well, he dated somebody else too.
Just one person or two people?
I don't know. It was
Maybe-
a serious romance, maybe.
No, not serious romance. I'm not sure, but I think I may have dated two people in between. And she was again offended. Badly offended.
And the fun day comes, and he pushes me into the pool, and I was like, isn't he dating somebody? Is he trying to flirt with me after I've iced him out, after he's dated somebody?
No, I think there's posture in the water. So we all were playing in the swimming pool.
A man who was in a committed relationship, allegedly.
Anything. I don't even know if I was dating at that point or not. But in the whole span when we were not chatting, I think I dated two different girls.
I thought it was just one, but I was not following his lifeline.
Clearly not.
I was like out of sight, out of mind.
Clearly not, sure.
So I was like, I know this guy is dating someone, and yet he's trying to flirt with me again after he didn't fill my script. After
No. I don't think I was dating at that point.
well, how did I know? Anyways,
Okay.
So my point of view was he was trying to flirt with me clearly by pushing me in the water.
Oh, no,
and he doesn't even know how to swim.
No,
So how was he going to rescue me if I didn't know how to swim?
No, I was just trying to start a mode of communication. And we were all sitting by the side of the pool.
I think at this point I was trying to determine if I was even more offended because number one, he didn't fill my script. Number two, he didn't let me eat my dinner, my warm dinner. Number three,
He did it to other girls.
he didn't try to apologize or
For what?
ask for my forgiveness. And number four, he dated other girls. I was like,
I have never apologized to this day. Do you need to? Do you feel you were wrong? No,
I
anyway.
feel like I was wronged.
Oh,
So-
you're wrong, okay.
He pushes me in the water, and I think that started the line of communication.
Again, started by me. I started the line
He
of
did the
communication.
wrong thing.
But
He
anyway,
was trying to date other women.
Well, I mean, well, I mean, well, I mean, you were not available to me, so I mean, am I supposed to like not like?
I feel like I would have forgiven him if he begged for forgiveness 3 separate times.
Oh, no way, not even once.
With some meals paid for.
But I just dated other girls, but I think offended her further. But anyway, after I
No, I don't think I was offended by this point because I was like
It doesn't matter.
It didn't matter at
matter.
this point
Yeah.
because I felt like
But when the lines of communication started, then the whole memories came back again.
then the good conversation started again.
Yes.
And we were working again in outpatient, which is doing, primary care stuff.
I think
and
you
he would
were-
always sit next to me.
No, I think it just happened. I don't think I sit next to you.
No, because-
it's a flat table like this, and you sit in front of.
No,
each
we
other.
would
Oh.
sit on an island, isolated ourselves by the window. Do you remember?
I do remember that.
Yeah, and
She would be sitting there automatically as well, and the stool will be empty next to her. She won't let anybody sit next to her.
And I think at one point you're like, "There's no chair next to you," or what did I do? Something? Did I sit somewhere else? And you're like, "The
I
chair's
know.
empty."
I know. I think I did that. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I think the friendship started again at that point, and again.
And it was like nothing ever happened. But
Yeah.
in my heart, I had a question burning to ask him.
Which was?
Why didn't you fill that freaking script or at least tell me about it?
That burning question lasted for another 5 years at least.
And I think it led to some breakups in there too.
Multiple. I think. Every
but I
break-
always want to get back together too.
Every breakup there's a talk of this
The script.
prescription. Anyway.
So at this point,
I
people
think-
were starting to suspect a relationship was happening around us, our colleagues.
We started talking. I mean, we didn't care who was around us. So even people in the cafeteria would know, oh, Doc. Oh,
Yeah, Cindy?
Cindy, yes.
Yeah, we were in public and one of the lung doctors was hearing us talk. We were like, you asked for your birthday weekend off and you were going to switch with me. And I was like, when's
Full
my
on
birthday?
banter, basically.
I was like, well, if you're going to switch with me, which day is my birthday? Because what if you're trying to switch a weekend for a weekday? When is my birthday? And then he was like, well, when is my birthday? And then I was like, well, tell me first, when is my birthday? And the people around us were completely disgusted. And one lung doctor had the bravado to say, you guys are disgusting. I wasn't even invited to your birthday, actually.
No, you were not. You were on call that weekend.
Oh, yes, I was on call that week.
What?
Did you invite anyone to your birthday?
No, it was all Indian stuff, I think.
So he invited the Indian group, but not
Yes.
me.
Who were you? We were still friends at that point.
Well, we were disgusting friends apparently.
Yes, we were
who
disgusting
sat
friends.
together and worked together.
We did. I think then after that, I think the normal friendship started again.
He invited me over to his apartment.
No, I think.
No, you invited me over.
Yeah, Linga was
And-
there too.
Yes.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I can't drive over. I just washed my car and it was snowing at that point, and I don't want to get snow or salt on my car because it'll rust the car.
She's
And
crazy about her car.
he invited me over to watch a movie, and I remember the movie was Shawshank Redemption. And afterwards, he wanted to hug me. Did you hug me?
No, I didn't.
I don't think you did either.
No, I don't think so.
He wanted to. I could see it in his eyes. It was
She wanted to
very
kiss me. I could see in her eyes too.
We were sitting on the couch, and you know there's 3 pieces to a couch. Babe was awake. 3 pieces to a couch. I was sitting on one piece, and he decided to sit on that one piece of the couch too.
I think that was classified information.
So Bebu just woke up from her nap, and so she's here. This is our Chindian Bebu. So we were sitting on one square piece of this couch right here, and he was sitting. I didn't think he would be sitting. I thought he would sit. You know how people sit on one end and the other end, and there's a gap. No, he made sure to sit in my square.
No, that was my square.
I think I invited him over
To play ping pong.
to play ping pong,
Right.
and the rest is history.
They
So
said
here we-
Bebu's here.
This is the rest of it.
Oh,
I hope you enjoyed watching our trip down memory lane. This was a very enjoyable video for us to remember what happened. If you like, please hit the like button. And if you want to watch more videos of our Chindian family, including Bebu, please subscribe. All right, until next time, bye.